Hit it.
Now we need 4 inches, we need the 4-inch spacer there. Okay, come on over here, Sawyer and Lincoln. One, hold that right there. Let it lay flat on that. And then one, hold this one right here. And let it lay flat on there. This is the piece we're gonna put on there.
We did a 4-inch space between the trim and the baseboard, crown molding, and all the sides just to keep it uniform.
Okay, I need somebody to come right here and hold this in place. So it's actually 3 and an 8.
I forgot to pee.
So we need to cut 7/8 off of
Open the door and
this.
turn on the light fast.
Let's do the same thing to this other side. Does that look right? Okay, you got it. Look at the corner. Is the corner good?
No.
Does he need help?
That's good.
Okay, this one, I don't know how these got off so much, but this one's at 2. I need to cut 2 inches off of this one.
Oh, we have to get right here.
What are you looking at?
Well, we're putting up wall trim, and I've got, if you want to show the wall, I've got all the main trim put up. But Sarah wants to do a trim inside of the trim to add more interest to it, a little more fanciness. And so that's what I've been cutting out tonight, is all these little square boxes. This is how it'll look on the wall, that shape. Like cutting out all these little pieces, all 2-inch length, and having to sand off the little burrs because my blade's getting dull. That's just taken like the last hour and a half or something like that. But I think I'm ready to start putting some of this on the wall.
Awesome. I'm really excited for this trim. We did this, not this same type of trim, but a similar one in our first house, and we loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get this on the walls.
Might as well show you my blunder over here. That was 3 boxes framed out in this same trim.
You can see this is drywall patch.
I did that at like 1 o'clock in the morning the other night, and I just must have been tired not thinking, because my spacing, I started on that side and my spacing got off, and so by the time I got to this other side, the boxes were 2 inches taller than the rest of the room. And I've been gluing these on and nailing them on, so I didn't discover that till days later.
We just realized it this afternoon. We were sitting on that couch talking, and all of a sudden we looked over and that box was like 2 inches taller than the other one. We were like, oh crap.
Yeah, so in ripping those off, it ripped the wall, so now I gotta do more drywall patching.
Your favorite thing.
Yeah. It won't be that big of a deal. But this room's trim is almost all done. And then we gotta fill in nail holes and do a little bit of caulking.
And then it's flooring next, right?
Painting
Painting first?
the walls.
Go!
And
I feel like we're never going to get to flooring.
then flooring.
I'm so excited to put the flooring in. I'm so excited. And I can't remember if we said this, but we're going to paint those trim pieces the same color white as the walls are, so it won't stand out so much. It'll kind of blend in, but it will still give the room just kind of a little fancier look.
This is kind of the fancy, formal guest room.
Not guest room.
Not
Like
a
living room.
guest, not like guest bedroom, I guess. But I don't know, what do you call it
Like-
when guests come over and visit?
Yeah, like a
Sitting room.
sitting room maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Quick story. When Travis and I bought our first house, we did a similar trim to this. Not quite the same, but similar. And I had been envisioning this trim since we first bought the house, and I was really excited to do it, and I spent days planning it out exactly how I wanted it and everything. And then we went to Home Depot and we bought the trim, and it was like $500.
Yeah, like 400 is what I remember.
And it was so shocking to us. We got out to the car and we were both like, I can't believe we just spent that much money on trim.
Should we turn around and go return it?
Yeah, and we were gonna go and take it back because it was so, like, we felt like we had just spent so much money. This is our first house, but we had gone there late, and so by the time we got it out to the car, they closed. And so we're like, okay, well, let's take it home. We're gonna think about it, and then we'll just return it because this is too much money. This is not worth it.
And I wasn't really on board with the idea. I just didn't have the vision
Yeah, Travis
of
couldn't
the
really
idea.
envision it. So he's like, yeah, we need to take this back. So we get it into the truck, into the bed of the truck, and it's hanging over the cab. And we got, like a block down the road, and the wind caught it and lifted it up and just snapped it.
Like a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, all over the road. And so Travis pulls over and we run out and we're gathering it up, all these little sticks that are left over, and put it into the bed of the truck, and then we couldn't return it because they all broke. So we ended up doing the trim and we ended up loving it. But it's kind of funny how $400 back then was so scary to us to
I know.
spend that on our house, and here we are thousands of dollars later.
I know. Now I don't start to get like stressed of my Home Depot purchase unless it's like over 1,000.
Yeah, in the thousands.
And we've spent thousands and thousands and thousands at Home Depot.
Yeah.
I mean, probably over 100,000, I bet, over
Oh,
all
yeah.
these houses we've done just
Yeah.
at Home Depot.
I'm really glad that we ended up doing that trim in the house because we loved how it looked, loved how it turned out, and so now we're going to do it in this house. And I think it's going to look really good, even better.